Welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes, presented by Astrology Hub. This is your place to discover how each zodiac sign can work with this week's astrology. I am your host, Jamie Magee, an astrologer, author, and a member of the production team here at Astrology Hub, and I am really excited to dive into this week's astrology with you. Hi everyone, welcome to Star Sign Horoscopes. I am your astrologer, Jamie Magee, and today we're going to be taking a look at the astrology for May 6th through the 12th. I hope you guys are all having a great week out there. Now, if you're watching live or watching the recording, I would love to know where you're tuning in from. And our bonus question for this week is, where is Aries in your natal chart? Now, why am I so curious about where Aries is in your chart? It is because Jupiter, the planet of expansion, growth, optimism, is leaving Pisces and moving into Aries this week. This is a big transit to talk about. Now, if you're curious about how this energy may play out in your life, I really invite you to think back to 2010, 2011. What are some highlighted themes that come up for you when you reflect back? It's likely that you're going to see some of those themes show up now, but what your job is to ensure that you grasp every opportunity that's coming your way so it can help you both in the short term and in the long term. Now, this Aries energy, this Jupiter and Aries energy speaks to fiery, bold confidence, to making your own way, to thinking of the big picture. There's a lot of inspiration and a lot of originality that you can draw from with this transit. Now, honestly, with Jupiter and Aries in a very real way, you're about to strike a match and expand out into brand new territory. Even though there's some familiar themes, it's still new territory. I look forward to speaking to all of the signs about how they can make the most of this energy. Now, this week, we also have Venus, who moved into Aries last week just after the eclipse, offering some suggestions via sextile to Mercury as the weekend kicks off. Now, this is an easy flow of ideas that can definitely inspire or add to some of the revisions that Mercury will work on as he moves into his retrograde on May 10th. Now, I will admit that there are some challenges with Mercury retrograde. Communication in general feels rushed, loud, and often misunderstood, but the invitation of a Mercury retrograde is to slow down, to take your time, to look for the hidden lessons or the new perspective that holds a brilliant insight that you can use on your path going forward. Now, by the time I see you next week, the sun will have taken a few suggestions from Mars and Pisces, and he will meet up with the North Node, illuminating what needs to be revised so you can follow the path that is calling you with your whole heart. All right, guys, just as a weekly reminder, please be sure to listen to both your sun sign and your rising sign to get a better overall view of how you can work with this week's energy. Okay, let's get started. Okay, Libra, let's take a look at your week. Now, Libra, through last week's big shifts and reveals, you may have noticed a rather warm or fiery sensation slip into your overall relationships, your partnerships, and definitely how you communicate with them. I think that speaking courageously from the heart or making the first move or trying something for the first time could be a very popular theme for you right now, especially as your ruling planet tours this area of your life that has to do with these partnerships. Now, as Jupiter steps into this same area of your life, there's going to be a heightened sense of abundance and opportunities on the table in this area. So as I said in the opening of the forecast, I think it'll be a great idea for you to reflect on things that may have happened for you in 2010 and 2011. Because this is hitting in a very public area of your chart, it definitely impacts your reputation, your home, your roots, your overall vitality. So I think some of those themes are going to be easy to remember, and it's going to help you notice what opportunities that you have on the table right now. They could honestly be anything from a new powerful relationship or a partnership that is inspired by a very influential resource or source that can really empower all areas of your life. Now, the partnerships here are the wealth of intimacy and shared resources that they may produce may nudge you to kind of go back and review some things that you've been working on throughout the last couple of weeks. Now, this review that you're doing, you're having all this expansion on an outward level, but the reviews that you're doing could be more internal or more privately. So with them, I think I would encourage you to take your time with this retrograde around anything that comes up with finances, shared resources, partnerships, or deep intimacies, because these revisions are definitely going to help you see the partnerships and the opportunities that you have on the table in a new way. So please don't be frustrated by any
revise, revisit, redos that you have, especially if it's something that has to do with finances. I can see how that would be extra frustrating because you thought you had something in place and now you need to revise it, but it's definitely protecting you in the long run. I do hope you have a great week, Libra. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you for listening to Astrology Hub Star Sign Horoscopes. If you'd like to easily jump to your personal horoscope, sign up to get a timestamped star sign episode emailed to you each Friday. Go to astrologyhub.com/star signs and sign up now. That's astrologyhub.com/star signs.